In Ethiopia, 7 million people are threatened by starvation. Thousands have already died. The famine caused by drought is the worst in living memory, and now the rains have failed again for the third year in succession.
Ethiopians who triumphed over great battles were defeated by that brutal famine, and the world has for long associated the country with haunting images of those starved children.
Because of lack of support, because of lack of scientific agricultural practices, these people are dying. Because of no food or issues. That's a protesting for a vital case.
Over 3 decades on since that famine, history has completely changed. Ethiopia is now a success story with double-digit economic growth for more than a decade. Charting on the journey of renaissance, the country is on transformation. Ethiopia has been upgrading its infrastructure, and all regions have been interconnected with modern road networks and have made possible the distribution of goods across the nation. Ethiopia is now food secure nationally, along with dramatic improvement in access to health, education, and other social sector services. Famine has become a distant history. With the prospect of being a middle-income country in less than a decade, Ethiopia has managed to meet several of the Millennium Development Goals, MDGs, including cutting poverty in half, reducing child mortality by 2/3, and ensuring sustainable access to safe drinking water. The country also made a remarkable progress in reducing child malnutrition, with the country's national nutrition strategy and program guiding a host of nutrition initiatives. The momentum for nutrition improvement is already strong in Ethiopia. However, challenges still remain. Standing on the verge of sustainable development goals, Ethiopia puts nutrition and child development as a centerpiece of its transformation. Accordingly, the Ethiopian government has now come up with a renewed commitment to further reduce malnutrition and ensure its dramatic decline. Named after the place that has been the epicenter of the famine 3 decades back, and the place where one of the movements for freedom against the oppressive military regime was started,
the Seqota Declaration
is an embodiment of this commitment.
Through the Seqota Declaration,
the government of Ethiopia and its development partners commit themselves to ending undernutrition in Ethiopia by 2030. Multi-sectoral initiatives will drive transformation in the health, agriculture, education, social protection, and water sectors, as well as climate change. In just 15 years, with our joint efforts, Ethiopia will ensure access to adequate food all year round, educate the community, women and girls, and protect the most vulnerable, and none of its children under the age of 2 become stunted. Let's put our hands together and paint joy in the faces of the future of Ethiopia.